Hi, my name is Brahma Jane. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach. Welcome to video number 2 of our 3-part video series where we're exploring how to enhance our psychic abilities. So if you haven't watched video number 1, go back and watch it. In that video, we discuss how to enhance our seeing and our hearing, so that clairaudience, clairvoyance. And there was exercises in there to really be able to work on making that more for you. In this video, we're going to explore knowing and feeling. So with our feeling, it's broken down into a few areas. So it's our feeling, so even health, we can sense that, we can feel it within our body, and it's also emotions. So we're going to talk about emotions. Now we can connect to emotions through journaling and connecting to our own emotions, which will allow us to be able to connect to other people's emotions and the emotions that are within our environment. We're going to do it a little bit differently in this one. I'm going to ask you once again, as with any exercise that I suggest, I want you to be centered, connect to your breath, and just be in a really nice, quiet space where you're not going to be disturbed. Then I want you to, and you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed, whatever works for you. I'd suggest, if we're new to this, maybe try both ways and see which one you feel more comfortable in, what space. Eyes closed can sometimes help us because it takes us inward and we're not distracted by our environment. So it's nice when we're starting sometimes to have our eyes closed. So close your eyes if you're feeling guided to do that. And I want you to focus on a situation that's recently occurred. So something that's really happened. So it may be something with a boss or partner, child, friend. We're going to focus on the emotion of frustration, where we were really, really frustrated over something, and feel that. And we might have to even visualize the situation a little bit to be able to bring that feeling into us. And then once we've really got a nice hold of that feeling, I want you to assign a color to it. What color do you think, if it was a color, would that emotion have? Would it be yellow? Would it be brown? What color is it? Whatever it is, it's right for you. Now, when you are connecting psychically, and if you have awareness of that color, it gives you a linkage to an emotion, because you're starting to build your own dictionary with spirit, which is a personal dictionary. Everyone's is different. Then practice doing the same thing. So, shake that off, or go away and come back and do this in a different time. But same kind of thing, but the opposite. So we're going to focus on something that was really loving, a really loving situation. And we do the same thing. We'll bring our awareness to a situation that really happened, and then feel into that emotion. Let it come into your body, into your heart space, and then assign a color. What color does this feel like it would be? Whatever you either see, or you may even hear, or just something pops into your brain, know that that's the right one for you. Don't question it, because once again, it's a personal, almost dialect that you're having with spirit. So there's no right or wrong. It's whatever it is for you. Repeat this process for all the scope of emotions. You will then have like shorthand for emotions with spirit. You'll know when you are being aware, when you see this color, when you sense this color, when you may hear the word pink, that maybe as you're leaning into a particular situation, a particular psychic energy, you know that it had either a really loving energy, or there's a really loving aspect of what you're sensing. The other thing we're going to explore now is that knowing, where things just pop into our brain. There's no logical reason why we know what we know. So how do we make that more? I'm going to say, get yourself a magazine, or even if you've got something like oracle cards or tarot cards, or even photos, and put them on a table. Mix them up upside down so you can't see what there is on the underside. So whether it be printouts from online, mix them up, oracle cards or some kind of card, mix them up. Connect with one of them. So touch one of them. So I use my non-dominant hand. So touch one of them, select one, do not look at it yet. And then just once again, We're going to connect with our breath. We're going to just center ourselves. And we're just going to allow our awareness to go, what's on this? We may see colors. We may sense colors. We may just think something. We may have an emotion assigned to it. We may even have an awareness of a word or a letter or a number. Write it down. Doesn't matter how little or how big this is, what you're getting. Then turn it over and check. And don't be disheartened if you're like, this does not make sense. I wrote tree and this is an ocean scene. Practice, because sometimes it does take us a little while. And also, sometimes we have to look at it a little bit deeper. So if you wrote tree, why? And then we have to understand, did we see tree? Did we hear tree? Like, what was it? And if this is just an ocean scene, we have to see where the linkage is. Now, normally there's some kind of linkage. It just takes us a little while to work it out. And it's sometimes not obvious at all. So as I say, don't beat yourself up, but just keep practicing. You may get an emotion. And then I would say to you, if you get an emotion of excitement and it's an ocean scene, if you were going on an ocean cruise, how would you feel? So explore these things if they seem a bit obscure. But practice, practice, practice. And just keep doing it. The more you do it, the more spirit will be able to work with you and the more this will become fine-tuned for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep an eye out for video number 3. We've got a couple more tips in that to help enhance your connections. I said, my name is Bronwyn Jane and I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach.